A historic excavation is taking place on the site of a mother and baby home in Tuam, Ireland, that was closed over 6 decades ago.
What lay beneath this playground had been circulating for years, but confirmation the babies' bodies had been disposed of in an underground septic tank and a series of sewage chambers has appalled those living next to the site. A suggestion that the babies and children whose bodies have been found at this site were murdered, but their deaths were no less deliberate for all of that, the result of neglect, social exclusion, and chronic lack of medical care. And what happened here at Tuam was no isolated case.
This finding, originally brought to public attention in the mid 2010s, is now undergoing full forensic excavation with hopes of identification, justice, and to begin a dignified reburial process. The situation sheds light on institutional abuse, societal shame, in religious secrecy. Here's a little bit of backstory about the home. Between 1925 and 1961, the Bon Secours Sisters, a Roman Catholic religious order of nuns, ran a home in Tuam, Ireland for unmarried mothers and their children. They operated the facility from 1925 to 1961 in Tuam County, Galloway, Ireland, under the supervision and funding of the Irish state and local authorities.
Some of whom would have died of starvation. How could that possibly happen in the 1950s and 60s when the institution was being run by an order of nuns known for their expertise in medical and healthcare?
These facilities were meant to house unmarried mothers and their babies, often forcibly separated by adoption or neglect. Conditions were harsh. Children born here were often malnourished, neglected, and died from preventable illnesses. Historian Catherine Corliss uncovered records of 796 children who died while in the home. In 2017, suspicions led to an official test excavation on the property. What was found shocked the world. A disused septic tank, repurposed as a mass grave, would be found containing human remains in at least 17 of the 20 underground chambers.
In Tuam, historian Catherine Corliss discovered almost 800 children had died. Only 2 were properly buried. The rest remain under this grassy patch in what used to be a sewage tank.
We are standing on the chambers. There are about 20 of them. They stretch right across here. That the chambers were built inside the tank. They're little openings in concrete, and they go down 9 foot. So the babies had to be placed one on top of the other. There's no way for an adult to actually get down into those chambers. So that's just a horrific thought when you think about it.
These remains belong to infants ranging in age from 35 weeks to 3 years old, with deaths mostly dated to the 1950s. The conditions of the burials would include no coffins, no markings, and no dignity. Provoked the public outrage and forced the Irish government to take responsibility.
We did this to ourselves as a society. We treated women exceptionally badly. We treated children exceptionally badly. We had a completely warped attitude to sexuality and intimacy, and young mothers and their sons and daughters were forced to pay a terrible price for that dysfunction. As a society, we embraced judgmentalism, moral certainty, a perverse religious morality and control which was so damaging. But what was very striking,
while the Bon Secours Sisters oversaw daily operations, the Irish government and the Catholic Church would both bear responsibility for this tragedy.
Bambini sotterrati, stiamo facendo indagini e la Chiesa ha qualcosa di vedere in questo, ma lo ha detto con molta educazione, davvero, e con molto rispetto. Io ho ringraziato lei a tal punto che mi ha toccato il cuore quello, e per questo ho voluto ripeterlo nel discorso. E non era nell'aeroporto, io ho sbagliato, era nel
As of June 2025, a full forensic excavation has begun under the direction of Daniel McSweeney. The project is expected to take up to 2 years. Teams will exhume remains, perform DNA testing where possible, and ultimately facilitate formal reburials. Families and descendants who've lost hope finally have a chance to learn the fates of their loved ones. From what I can gather, there's actually one living ex-resident of the home. Let's hear what she has to say.
Do you want to say something about this grave?
No, because I might say too much.
Oh no, let your mind out.
I might.
Don't let your mind out. Don't hold anything back because
And if we come back here in 10 months' time, it'll be the same thing over.
go over, yeah.
They're doing nothing about it.
Now they won't hear it because we over 2 years.
I'll wake them up then. Then I'll smack them.
I'm telling you, Chrissie, we'll all come up and we'll stand behind you. We'll fight.
Chrissie, give us a message for the Taoiseach.
Nah. It's only for the birds.
In this video, 91-year-old Chrissie Tully walks through the grounds of the former Tuam mother and baby home. With a calm, reflective expression, she's gently guided by the filmmaker, but her quiet composure hints at someone who has carried these memories for decades. There is no theatrical display, just a dignified return, as if the moment was both necessary and unnecessary, long in the making. Chrissie gestures and gazes suggest a heartfelt acceptance, not resignation, and a resolve to honor the children lost here. The Tuam case triggered national soul-searching and exposed the broader mistreatment of vulnerable women and children in similar institutions across Ireland. It led to a government apology in 2021, as well as the Catholic Church being criticized globally for its role in these systems. And this excavation is seen as a critical step in acknowledging historical injustice. As Ireland works to recover and reconcile, Tuam stands as a haunting reminder and a call for lasting accountability.